You're watching Friday Night Football Fever with Pete Byrne and Carl Deffenbaugh. Presented by TCU. The hits start now.
Yes, they do. Good evening. Welcome to a brand new season of high school football here on WSBT. This is Friday Night Fever. It seems like we've been waiting for this night for a long time.
It's about time, and there's some great storylines going into tonight. New coaches taking over, quarterbacks needing to be replaced from last year. A lot to figure out in week one.
All fun things we're going to get to. Several great games we're going to cover tonight, but we begin this evening with the Battle of Elkhart. For the Mangy Lions, Central versus Memorial. Look at the crowd. What good showing by the Memorial student body. We're going to pick things up in the first half. Central leading 7-0, but Memorial on the run. That's Jalen Rhodes taking the screen pass, and now Rhodes again going to get the carry. Takes it down the far sideline, and were it not for this tackle here, he'd be into the end zone. But first and goal, Memorial, and they would finish the drive off here. Christian Donovan gets the ball into the end zone. That made it a 7-6 game in the second half. And it stayed that way for a while, but then Central pulls away for a 28-12 win. So the Blazers reclaim the Mangy Lion tonight, beating rival Memorial. Again, 28-12, that score.
Pretty impressive. Well, football has been sort of a respite for Concord coach Tim Dawson. Unfortunately, his son Tim Jr. passed away in the spring. He was able to throw himself into the team now in the fall. As Minutemen opened against Washington, fourth down Panthers, Jarrell Poindexter shuts them down. Big hit, big stop, and some great field position for Concord. Cullen Fisher replacing Trevor Wilmore at QB. That's some big shoes to fill. But things work out well when you throw it to Poindexter. He scampers in on a screen pass. Concord goes up 16-6 in the third quarter. Then they're back on offense a little later, and here goes that man again. Poindexter picks up right where he left off last year.
Good blocking.
Game-breaking plays nonstop. This time it's a 64-yard sprint down the sideline as the Minutemen open with a W, 29-6. They've been to the last two semi-states. See if they can make it 3 in a row this year.
And Dawson always has a great team
Keeps
down there in Dunlap.
Yeah.
One thing about high school football is different from college. You usually don't schedule the easy win for opening night. A lot of the better teams in the area like to schedule all the really good competition to test themselves. Yep. Penn, we heard from Corey Oman tonight at 6. They brought in 6A Valparaiso to Freed Field tonight. A team that traditionally has been pretty good, but tonight, well, the Kingsmen were just on their games. They're replacing Zach Oakley at quarterback. The new quarterback, Camden Bone, already has a new favorite target. That's tight end Inoki Muala, who hauls it in for a gain of 30 yards. Then in the second quarter, same drive, Bone finds Muala again, and the big man takes it in for 6. 14-0 Penn at this point. Muala being recruited by several major colleges, including Notre Dame. He put on a show tonight. Later in the second, Bone going to roll out, buy some time, fires the end zone. Who do you think he's looking for? Muala again, and he's got it for his second touchdown of the night. That made it 21-0. Penn, very impressive in their opening win tonight, 35-3 to score. They beat Valparaiso.
That's a good way to jumpstart your recruiting as well, right? Northridge went 7-3 in Tom Wogeman's first year last season. Meanwhile, South Bend Adams trying to replace their Mr. Everything from a year ago, Shaq Van. There weren't a lot of points in this one, at least early on. We're scoreless in the second quarter, but Peyton Carson, the QB keeper, and he finally breaks through, gets to the sideline.
Peyton, number 34, I love it.
Hey, that's appropriate, right? That would actually be all they needed. They tacked on another 7 as Northridge does win tonight, 14-0. Pretty impressive play.
Another good start for the Raiders. Hey, over at Otulski Field tonight, Marion hosting Fairfield, and what a start for the Knights. Game scoreless in the first quarter when Ryan Schaefer takes the punt, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, bounces to the outside, and he could go all the way to the end zone. 86 yards to the house. Extra point no good, but it's 6-0 Marion. We told you about Devin Kennedy earlier this week. He's going to play college basketball at Princeton, but awfully good football player too. The quarterback hops a tackle, takes off for a gain of about 30 here, and that sets up the Knights in good position. Second quarter, they hand the ball to Jacob Whitfield, who's going to take it into the end zone. The first of 4 touchdowns on the night for Whitfield, and Marion wins big. You saw the score of the final tonight, 33-7.
Track team might want Kennedy for the hurdles in that one. How about that? Riley went 5-5 last year. Most wins they've had since 2000. The Wildcats are up 32-14 late against Boone Grove, but the Wolves do get a late score. Brett Eriks to Evan Stewart. So things are getting a little tight. The Wildcats need this one, and they get it. Recover the onside kick, and they would hold on to win tonight. 32-21. They start with a victory.
That's a good, strong start for Riley. How about South Bend Clay hosting a 6A school in Merrillville, a very talented team. But despite the odds, look at that. Clay's hanging with them. Tied at 14 in the third quarter. Merrillville trying to kick the go-ahead field goal, but a bad snap. Julian Cavallo stuffs it out, and Clay takes over. Now the Pirates were able to score on their very next possession. Short yardage situation. Miles Taylor takes it the final yard. That made it 21-14 Maryville, but I give Clay credit. They did not back down. They answer with an impressive 80-yard drive. Dylan Bergen caps it off, hitting John Holloway for the 16-yard score. Yeah, we got a one-point game at that point. Maryville would score 2 more times to pull off the win tonight, 35-28, but a very strong showing by South Bend Clay tonight. Yeah, some of the teams in the NIC that traditionally have not been so strong in recent years had pretty strong showings tonight, which I think is good to see.
Absolutely. Should be a strong conference yet again this year going forward.
Yeah, bodes well for the fall. We got to take a quick time out, but as you know, we are just getting started tonight. 2 more NIC powerhouses were in action tonight. St. Joe and Mishawaka both open up far away from home, but we will show you how they did when Friday Night Fever returns here on WSBT.